the UYG show. Yes. What is it then that gets somebody to that state? Is it things they experience in life?
Because they want that person to feel that, oh, they're not good enough, they cannot be like that.
No bills will be paid.
Correct.
And the stress will accumulate.
Correct. All of those things.
Help you take that pressure and turn it into diamonds. So see you next time on the UYG show. Hello. Welcome to the UYG show. My name is Gladness Katega.
And my name is Egona Awaritoma.
And we are your hosts today. So I am so excited for today's episode. Again, it's one of my favorite topics because today we're talking about self-identity. But before we dive into that, we just want to let you know that the motion and motor for the UYG show is really to support individuals to take pressure and turn it into diamonds. Welcome.
Yeah, so as we said before, we are going to be talking about self-identity.
Yes.
Self-discovery.
Yes.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Why are you here?
Why are you here? I mean, these are some key important things that, people don't really discuss on a day-to-day. So we felt it's important to understand these things and, let's have a discussion about self-identity and see how much we can explore this particular subject. So let's get cracking.
So the very first thing you may be wondering, what is self-identity?
Yes.
So can you tell us what self-identity is?
Yes. I mean, self-identity is really about knowing who you are, right? Your inner self, your outer self, understanding what you were created to do, understanding your gifts, your talents, your skills, your values, your ethics. What is it that makes you? What is it that really describes you? Your self-identity is about knowing who you are so that you could live an authentic life.
Yes.
Really.
Yeah, and that really is what it's all about.
Yes.
Living a life that is authentic, living a life that is true to yourself, not true to any other person, not mirroring another person's lifestyle, true to yourself.
Yes.
So Gladness, we want to talk about the different attributes that will help us to kind of walk towards that journey.
Yes.
Towards that self-discovery. So one of the things that we know is talking about our skills.
Yes.
So can you talk to us more about that?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, your skills are things that you are good at, right? Things that you can do with ease, but things that you can also learn. Your skills don't have to be your passions. It could just be things that you know how to do, right? Your skills could just be that you're very good at sewing, you're very good at making hair, you're talented with your hands. For some of us, like, you're skilled at writing, you're skilled at craft, you're skilled at IT, computer design, creating. They're your skills. You are able to do these things with ease. They may not necessarily be things that you are, crazy in love with or you're really deeply passionate about, but you are skilled at it. You're able to do it, right? DIY, right? It's a skill. And also your skills are things that you could learn, right? So those are kind of your skill base.
Yes. And you'll find that sometimes you may not actually know that that skill is yours.
Yes.
That you can actually have that ability until you try it. So that's why it's very encouraging, even for our children, for us to actually kind of allow them to discover and to experience different things. Like it could be that you never knew that your child is even gifted in music, playing an instrument. They may have had the skills of actually being able to write, actually write books, because they have the creative mind. So these are skills, but The only way you can actually find out and discover is if you actually try it.
Which is why we talk about identity. Identity being you taking yourself on a self-discovery journey, self-reflection, understanding yourself, getting to know your likes, your dislikes. What is it that you can and cannot do? And again, it's like in our culture growing up, especially in my age anyways, there was no such thing. Like we are not encouraged to discover ourselves. You know, personal development is not a subject, it's not core, it's not something that was instilled in us from a young age. So, you know, I personally am a person that in my household, I'm trying to inbuild this as natural as possible, as something that is essential for my kids to learn and discover themselves. So I get them to try different things, you know, like my son plays football and I said, well, we're not going to stop there. How about basketball? And then he realized actually he enjoys basketball and now he plays basketball more than football. But, you know, growing up, it's like there's no such thing as trying. And, you know, it's kind of like you do this, you know, you ought to be a doctor. A lot of people say that they were not given the opportunity to discover themselves, you know, or to get to know their skills. It's not until later in life. And it's kind of like sad, like, oh my goodness, I wish that I could have discovered more about myself at an earlier stage.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely. Thank you so much for that. Can we talk about values?
Yes. So again, with self-identity, you have values or also talents. So the skills and there's talents. Talents are the things that you are just gifted. So when it comes to values, right? We talked about values. Now, these are the things that you you live by, right? Your values are things that your belief system, your ethics, you know, the things that really make you function properly, the things that are core to your life, the things that make life for you, and you live by them. And your values are things that you really need to know and discover, because your values really make your relationships. Understanding your values means you're able to live the life that is easy for you, and you're able to connect with the right people. Because if you don't know your values, and you end up connecting with somebody who doesn't share the same values as you, this is when you can find disconnect, and you're finding it hard to build a relationship with that person because you haven't understood. And it doesn't mean you can't have relationships with people that don't have the same values as you, but when you understand it, it doesn't affect you, because you get to realize that, okay, this person doesn't share the same value or this values as me, but I will respect that and I'll acknowledge that, and therefore their reaction to certain things, you know, it could be punctuality, you know, your value could just be a person that, you know, you don't like lateness, but once you understand that it's not going to affect you, you know, your values could be, you know, things about like ethics, your religious values. Once you know what your values are, then it doesn't affect it doesn't affect when people do not share the same values as you, but also you're able to connect yourself and understand and create the right relationships with people that do share your values.
Okay. Oh, that's really interesting. So you can actually have the same core beliefs, and different values.
Yes, absolutely.
And still be able to relate on different levels.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So we would like to just go on to the break right now. So when we come back, we will talk more about self-identity.
See you in a bit.
See you in a bit.
UYG is a community interest company, a social enterprise that helps individuals to release themselves from stagnation to a condition of supreme well-being and good spirits, happiness and abundance. UYG's vision is to support individuals to overcome challenges in life and assist in their self-reflection journey. We strive to see people live in mental wellness, supreme well-being, and good spirit. UYG provides services that benefits the community by supporting individuals, families, relations, and couples through their self-discovery journey. UYG's mission is to help individuals heal from hurt, loss, and trauma to receive wholeness. Our work is to transform lives through self-discovery and personal development training. At UYG Social Enterprise, our work is to increase awareness and share insight for solutions to life challenges that often affect individuals' well-being. At UYG Social Enterprise, we need your support to carry out our mission of making a positive impact in the community on matters of mental wellness and spiritual well-being for individuals, children, couples, and families. Thank you for supporting Unleash Yourself with Gladness Community Interest Company. #UYG.
So welcome everyone. We are back now. And we would love to talk more about self-identity.
Yes.
Self-identity, like I said, it's so important. You know, sometimes in life, we realize, sometimes we think it's too late. We realize later in life that, you know, I should have done something better. Or I should have lived my life in a different way. I believe that, you know, I wanted to do something in life. And because of your upbringing or your beliefs and values, you are unable to do that. So we are here today to just discuss this topic and to also give people the chance and to let people know that you can actually start, you can do it. It doesn't matter where you are. You start from where you are.
Anytime.
And it's actually okay.
Absolutely. And, you know, we want to take this opportunity to invite you, if at all, you know, you're lacking self-identity, you know, the things that we're talking about, you have no idea what it is that your identity is, what your values are, what your skills are, and you really want support in this area, then please do get in touch with us at UYG Social Enterprise. We have counselors, we have coaches, you know, we have business coaches, personal development coaches, we have therapists, psychologists, all here to support you in your self-discovery journey, so that you can get to know who you are, but also for the purpose of you living a successful and abundant life. So do get in touch with us. Our details are shared down below.
So Gladness. Someone could be watching right now and they will say to themselves that I actually don't really know who I am.
Yes.
I want to know, no matter what age you are, because age is not an issue.
Yes.
Like I said, you can start from anywhere, start now.
Yes.
So what are the things that people can do? What are the tips that you can give people in order for them to actually go on this journey of self-identity or self-discovery?
Oh, yes, I absolutely love it. You know, I think the walk of self-reflection, self-discovery is one of the most beautiful walks of life. You know, you're constantly, and this is not I want to make it clear, this is not like a setting stone or a one step or a strategy step. No, it's a continuous process. You know, you are continuously learning about yourself. One of the first things to do is really just to spend time with yourself. You know, it's as simple as that. In the world that we live in, we spend a lot of time with technology. We spend a lot of time on social media. You know, it's like sometimes you go all day and there's not even an hour that you've spent alone, right? You're constantly having things in your ears. You're constantly watching something. You're talking to somebody, or you're constantly doing something. So if you want to know who you are and start this journey, one of the first things that you have to do is actually just spend time with yourself.
That's
right?
amazing. That's amazing.
Spend time with yourself, right? 30 minutes a day. Just sit in silence with yourself, right? Get to learn about yourself. Try new things, right? You know, spend time thinking about the things that really matter to you, right? Understanding your values means, what are the things that really matter to you? What bothers me and why? You know, this is how you get to know your values, because sometimes we live life by values of others and not us.
Yeah.
Right? You grow up on, I talk about this being a default mindset. Default mindset that was inbuilt from your parents and your parents' parents, and you don't understand why you believe in this particular thing, but it's so inbound in you. but actually it's not your value.
Yeah.
It's a value of your parents or, you know, your grandparents that's been passed on, but actually you don't believe in this value, right? So, you know, it's spending a lot of time asking yourself why. Why do I think this? Why is this important to me? And is this really important to me? Right? These are really key things to start your journey of self-discovery. Also journaling.
Yes.
I found journaling to be amazing. Because the more you write, it's not just the outside, it's about the inside.
Yeah.
You know, speaking to your soul, searching your soul, meditating, right? And journaling, writing things down, writing your likes. It could be the simplest things, your likes, dislikes, how you're feeling, and then asking yourself why. These are some really, really critical things. And, you know, one of my favorite ones is to do a SWOT analysis. So in business, there's something called a SWOT analysis, which is looking at your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities, and your threats. So really just, what are my strengths? What can I do? What am I good at? What can I do easily? What do I struggle with easily? Because it's also important to not just know our strength, our weaknesses. Of course. Because once we know that, then we know it's a weakness, then we can work on it, or we can just identify that, which means we build better relationships. For example, in business, once you know this is my weakness, then ultimately you want a team of people who have strength in your weaknesses, right? And this is how you build successful businesses, successful relationships, by just understanding who you are. What else? There's so many things.
Yeah, that's so amazing. I mean, that's good enough. That's a very good starter.
Yes.
So what you've explained, what I can get from what you've explained is that you're looking at your inside out. Yes. So you're discovering from your inside. You need to listen to yourself. You need to spend some time, you know, apart from the busy lifestyle. Yes. Take some time out, 30 to 1 hour at least, minimum of 30 minutes. I mean, if you feel you can't, you know, you start from 10 minutes.
Yes.
Then you gradually get there, and then eventually you are able to do this. And you will find that you are able to listen to yourself. You can tune in to your inner ability.
Yes.
And, you know, and that's the very good stepping stone. So yeah, that is very good.
Yeah.
So when you talk about, so now we're talking about exploring your insides.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, your thoughts, your mind, your values.
Yes.
So how would you discover, when you're talking about the outwards appearance, the outside, how would one be able to do that?
I mean, I think the outer is really just about, I believe, first of all, you know, we're all created in a particular shape and form for a particular reason, right? And it's being comfortable in that and understanding that, right? Some people are made to be on TV, right? And therefore, if they have certain features, you know, so, oh, they're photogenic and all of that, it's okay because God created that so that they can be on the TV. Some people are created to athletes, right? They're athletic. Some people are really tall, right? So you have to look at the outer self and say, okay, what can I do with that? There's no point you being a certain structure and then try to fit into an area that doesn't necessarily suit you just because of other people. Because a lot of people spend time judging themselves based on what others think of them, right? So understanding your outside is about being content and happy with your form, but also for me, it's really sometimes it's fitness, you know, wellness. I think generally, if you feel good, feeling good about yourself comes with just being fit, physically fit, being healthy, and also, you know, you have the capacity to transform your body, like God gave us that, right? But then if you don't feel good about yourself generally, like wellness, self-care, self-love, this is when it actually starts affecting you, right? So that you won't even have the capacity and the mental state to even do the physical exercise because you're busy worrying about, you know, feeling bad about yourself. So I think for me, the outer is really knowing that you're uniquely created. And, you know, and I say this is for a purpose, right? It's for a purpose. You know, people are created, you know, some people say are made for TV. It is for that purpose. So it's really just being content with how you are formed. and understanding that even your body is purposeful. Because God is a purpose for God. So when he created, you're designed for a particular reason.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
So we would like to go on a break.
Okay, yes, let's have a quick break, and we'll come back right after this. Do you struggle to find your purpose and identity? Are you broken and wounded from your past experiences that you struggle to move forward in life? Do you find the concept of self-love so difficult? Then why don't you join me so that you can go from broken to brilliant? In just 6 weeks, this program is going to help you discover your true self and unleash yourself into the world to become the queen that you were created to be. There's limited spaces, so click the link today so that you can register for this amazing course so that you can start living your life of purpose. I look forward to seeing you there. So welcome back to the UYG show. So we are talking about self-identity today. And I think for me, one of the key things that I think we need to close with is just understanding that your identity, for me, number one really is knowing that you're created for a purpose, right? You're created for a purpose. So looking at your skills and attributes and your talents and gifts is understanding that those gifts and talents were given to you for a particular purpose. And why it's important that you get to know your identity and your gifts and your talents and practice and live in them is because I believe if you're practicing your gifts and talents, that is where your purpose lies. Because you were created for a particular reason. And sometimes you're busy trying to do other things, like, we've heard stories of growing up and being forced. I think you've shared this with me, where you studied nursing. But in actual fact, that's not what you were called to do. And therefore, if you had continued in that pursuit, you would not be here doing this today. You would not be a counselor today. You would not be a mental health today. And you would then be outside your purpose, right? So because you took the time and had that self-discovery, walked through that journey, you were able to then live an authentic life and a happy life and a purposeful life. So for me, self-identity, the key crucial reason why you have to walk in that journey is so that you can live in your purpose. Because as they say, one of the greatest tragedies, right? They say that right? One of the greatest tragedies in life is actually, leaving this earth not having fulfilled purpose or not having lived in purpose. And a lot of people focus on potential. They're like, fulfill your potential, and you're here, but actually your potential can never be fully fulfilled. Right? Because there's always more, there's always better. But what needs to be fulfilled is your purpose. Because for a reason that you were created to be on this earth, that is what you need to live for. Right? So for me, that is really crucial in the subject of self-identity.
And it's good that you said that, because people think that when you're talking about purpose, or you're talking about self-identity or knowing who you are, that there is an end. Actually, there's a growth. You're growing each day, each and every time. You're discovering, you're growing, you're understanding that, oh wow, this is what I actually enjoy. This is what I like. You bring the best out of yourself. And even if you discover the things that you don't even like as well. You actually discovered, actually, I don't actually like that thing. Why am I doing it?
We're constantly evolving, like for me, this UYG show is a testimony. Starting a media broadcast, it was not something that I ever foresaw, but I had digging deep in what I enjoy. I'm constantly taking videos and I'm constantly, I was doing vlogs, and I realized actually what I'm really created for is media, and I find that this is what I find fulfilling. It's about finding that thing that fulfills you. And I know if you discover your gifts, your talents, and your identity, you then start walking in your purpose, and you are then tap into your calling. That is where fulfillment comes. And we were created to live a fulfilled life.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And once you are in that life of fulfillment, then everything else is in alignment. And that's where abundance comes.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, everyone, we could talk all evening on this subject, but unfortunately, we have run out of time. All good things must come to an end.
Yeah.
So we want to say again, if you are watching this and some of the things that we discussed, that you are interested in exploring and taking that step into discovering who you are, then please do get in touch with us. We would be happy to hear from you. At UYG Social Enterprise, our goal is really to have you live that purposeful life so that you can really live in abundance, in gladness, in good spirit, wellness, mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, so that you could be the best version of yourself. So that's the end of the show.
Yes.
So thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Gladness Katega.
My name is Egwana Waritoma.
And we would love to see you next time at the UYG show. If you haven't already, please ensure that you do subscribe to UYG International so that you can be able to get notified every time we have a brand new video. So bye for now. Until next time, and God bless. Bye. Welcome to the UYG show. Yes. What is it then that gets somebody to that state? Is it things they experience in life?
Because they want that person to feel that, they're not good enough, they cannot be like that.
No bills will be paid.
Correct.
And the stress will accumulate.
Correct. All of those things.
Help you take that pressure and turn it into diamonds. So see you next time on the UYG show.